What's going on, people? It's the Bear here once again. So I'm going to do a response video to Elpresador, John Lynch, rap, Bill Belichick. Okay? I'm going to do a response video to that because I'm a Patriots fan. And I've been a Patriots fan since 2010, you know. Even though I live in Buffalo, I'm a Patriots fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be a Patriots fan for the rest of my life. That's just the way it is. So let me just respond to Elpresador. Okay, Jimmy Garoppolo, right? When he was a Patriot, he was barely used. He was barely used in New England. You know what I'm saying? He could. Now he's using his talents with the 49ers, and guess what? The 49ers are winning. They're winning. Matter of fact, they're winning more games than the Cleveland Browns. Last year, they was last year the 49ers was barely winning any games. I think they was like 1-15. I think they was just as bad as Cleveland. I don't know. I think maybe the 49ers may have won 2 games. Now they're like 4 or 5 games. You know what I'm saying? They won like 4 or 5 games. Jimmy Garoppolo is a leader. But because Brady was mostly in the games every time, every time there was a game, there was Tom Brady. Jimmy Garoppolo will be used in minutes in the game. Not a half a quarter or not a quarter, just a couple of minutes. And then Brady's right back in the game again. So why not use Jimmy Garoppolo for another team who needed that help, like the 49ers? Matter of fact, you could have gave Jimmy Garoppolo to the Browns. And he would have been a leader instead of DK7. Because look, you can look at his numbers right now. I mean, his numbers for the 49ers. Look at what he's doing right now. You can see right here, he has, for the last 3 games, he had 242 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's pretty good. Look, the Titans game, 381 yards, 1 touchdown, 334 yards against the Texans. He's doing big for the 49ers. He's doing big for another team because Jimmy Garoppolo is a leader. But as far as the Patriots go, he's not that type of leader that, would have stood out. Because Brady always mostly in the game. 95% of the time of all Patriots games, Brady is in the game. 95% of the time. You may use Jimmy Garoppolo in a couple of minutes and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? 60 minutes in a game and Jimmy Garoppolo is used in only a couple of minutes. So now that he's using his talents with the 49ers, he's a leader and they're winning games. So it was a good, listen, let me tell you like this. I believe that Bill Belichick basically did the right thing. He's out of the Patriots now. He's doing big things for the 49ers. I mean, the 49ers ain't going to go to no playoffs, but they're winning games. They're a step above what they was last year. Like I said, Jimmy Garoppolo could have been a weapon. He could have been something big with the Browns. If Sashi Brown or Hugh Jackson, whatever the case would have took him. They passed on him. They passed on Jimmy Garoppolo. Knowing that Jimmy Garoppolo is a leader, knowing that he got some years under his belt. He's a veteran, which the Browns need right now because they don't really have nobody. There's no veterans on there as far as a quarterback. You got a bunch of rookies. I mean, come on, man. You could have had, listen, Jimmy Hassel. You could have had Jimmy Garoppolo, and he could have been a leader for your team. Y'all would have won at least 4 or 5 games. At least 4 or 5 games. What has DK7 done? Listen, everybody talk about how Cleveland Browns got all this talent, right? And I see they do have the talent. But at the same time, you have no leaders. You have no leaders. Because if you did have leaders, you would you're about to be 0-16. Y'all about to be 0-16. Jimmy Garoppolo would have been a great fit for the Cleveland Browns. But instead, John Lynch picked him up, and now he's with the 49ers. Y'all could have had him. Y'all could have took him. Jimmy Hanson, Hugh Jackson. Y'all could have took him. Y'all could have took him. But y'all passed on him. And y'all stuck with DK7. And now look where the Browns is at right now. It's not a wrong. It's nothing that Bill Belichick, he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted Jimmy Garoppolo to be used on another team. So, because he's not used with the Patriots. He's barely used. So why not give him to another team where his talents can be more expanded? He could be a leader for a team, and a team like the 49ers, Browns, or whatever the case may be, can win some games. Because I just showed you the numbers. I just showed you. Look, they won against the Jaguars. You know what I'm saying? 44-30, 33. I look at it. You could just see how they're just... The 49ers now like I said, they're not going to playoffs, right? But they're doing better than what they was doing before. Okay? And if Hugh Jackson, if Jimmy Haslam was smart, y'all would have had him. Y'all could have took him and y'all could have won some games. But John Lynch got him. The 49ers got him. And y'all just passed up on him. Sticking with DK7. The Browns are about to be 0-6. What do you do about this here? When you pass on, and now they're regretting their decision on passing on Jimmy Garoppolo. It wasn't that Jimmy Garoppolo didn't want to come to the team. He went to the 49ers, and they were just as bad as the Browns. It wasn't that, no, they just passed on him. They all of the Jimmy Haslam, Hugh Jackson, they just passed on him. That's a decision y'all going to regret now. I'm serious. Because he is a leader. He's just not a Patriots leader. When Brady was suspended last year, okay, and I looked and I seen, Jimmy Garoppolo, he did pretty good. He was 1-3 in that September, in the first 4 games of September. He was 1-3. You know what I'm saying? But they lost to the Bills, 16 or something like that to 0. Jimmy Garoppolo played a horrible game that day. But he's still a leader. He's just not a Patriots leader. And he can use his talents somewhere else. So it's a good decision to have Jimmy Garoppolo go on to the 49ers, let them win some games. Now he's standing out. Now people are talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. They're talking about him. Now he's in the news. Now he's everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. People are talking about it. Now, before, when he was a Patriot, nobody was talking about Jimmy. Because he was always behind Brady. And he was barely used in any games. So, Elpresador, let me just say this. Your management, your whole management over there are a bunch of retards passing on Jimmy Garoppolo. Hugh Jackson, Jimmy Haslam, they're a bunch of morons. They regret their decision now. It's their fault that they didn't get him. It's their fault. I guarantee if you would have gave Jimmy Garoppolo a decent contract, he would have came for the Cleveland Browns. He would have. And he would have changed that whole damn team. Now y'all would have finally had a leader. Y'all would have finally won some games. Y'all may even won 6 or 7 games. But the dumbasses over there, the Cleveland Browns management, y'all passed them up. So Elpresador, John Lynch didn't do shit with Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick made the right decision. He made the right decision to let him go to another team. Now, if Brady was to retire, we may have a problem. I'm just saying. But I don't think no time soon Brady will retire. If he does retire, we're going to have a problem trying to find another person like him. Yes, we're going to have a problem. Yes. But as of right now, you know, the Patriots are winning games, and, you know, they'll find somebody in, I don't know, down the line. They'll get a backup down the line. But Brady ain't going nowhere. He's not retiring. He even said that. He's 39, 40 years old. He feel great. He's not retiring no time soon, so we're not worrying about that. But Elpresador, the Cleveland Browns management and the Cleveland Browns fans like yourself, now y'all looking real stupid, because Jimmy Garoppolo could have been somebody for your team, and y'all fucked it up. This the Bear, and I'm out. Peace.